Hey guys, it's Bren, and I'm here with a review of the Bath & Body Works White Barn Candle Berry Waffle Cone. It's been a while. I haven't had a video in a little bit here because this time of year things always get kind of slow for me. I'm not huge on the semi-annual sale, and they kind of stop putting out a lot of new stuff right beforehand because they're getting ready to clearance things out. So I do plan on going to SAS on Monday, and I'll probably have like a haul video, but then that might be it for like a month until new things come out in July. Maybe fall test candles, we'll see, so stay tuned. But I did manage to get my hands on one new thing here that I wanted to tell you my thoughts on. Trying out a little different location today. I'm still feeling like there's an echo, and I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. It's just really hard for me to find a new location in this apartment. I feel like I can't get somewhere with good lighting, and it's not that some of them are too dark, it's more so that there's too much light and it's just like really bright in here when I have all the windows open, or it's really plain. Like if I go in my office, which is where I used to film in my old apartment, like at my desk, there's just a white wall behind me, so I don't want to do that either. But now you're just looking at my kitchen, which I don't know, random magnets, mugs. We'll go with it today though. Apologies for the echo. I'll figure out something eventually. But yeah, so this candle, this was one of those very hyped candles that everyone started talking about when it first came out. And, you know, last weekend, I think, is when I was trying to get a hold of it. I had heard of this candle, I was kind of intrigued, but I didn't need to have it, and then I just kept watching other people review it, and I got more and more curious, and Sean's review is what pushed me over the edge. He really liked it a lot, so I was like, okay, I have to try this. But I called my White Barn last weekend when they were having the 2 for $24 sale, and you know, my White Barn's not close, but I was gonna do the 3-hour round trip to get it if they had it. Weirdly, they didn't have it, and they hadn't heard of it, and told me that they wouldn't be getting anything new in until after the semi-annual sale. I don't know if that's true, but the person I talked to is like a manager. So that's weird because usually if there's a candle like this, it's not just testing anymore. It's gone beyond just being in test stores, but it's just popping up in random stores. It's not nationwide either. That's happened before. And it seemed like on social media, people were finding this at random stores everywhere. That usually means that my White Barn will have it, but they did not. So I turned to Mercari and I bought it on there for $15 plus shipping. And the next day, it showed up on Bath & Body Works website, which, whatever. I mean, I didn't pay like too much for it, but a little more than I would have if I ordered it from Bath & Body Works, but I got it on Thursday. So, this collection, we got the ribbed glass, $26.50. I love purple. This isn't a great purple because I feel like it's kind of dull. I wish it was more of like a royal purple, or maybe it's just that it's so dark the light doesn't really reflect through it as well as some of the other ribbed glass candles that look really pretty burning, but whatever. This has the hated packaging. Everyone hates this packaging, and I am not a huge fan. I mean, I don't mind anything about it except the font is gross. I mean, Times New Roman, like, why? But what really bothers me about it is the period at the end. Being, you know, a grammar nerd and an English professor, I'm like, what? It's not a sentence. It's a fragment. It should not have a period at the end. I really hate the period. So I guess there's a little something that's going to bother everybody about this, and for me, that's what it is. But whatever, you know, you can throw this away. Let's talk about the actual candle. All right, 3 minutes in, 4 minutes, we'll finally get around to it. So this one is described as sweet summer berries, golden waffle cone, and creamy vanilla. And with that description and with the name, I think when I first heard of it, and a lot of other people, I think when they first heard of it, we all immediately thought berry vanilla bean from the winter. Like it sounds like that would be it, right? And I actually think berry waffle cone would be a really good name for the berry vanilla bean candle, which definitely had a very strong berry scent and also like a vanilla scent that reminded me a lot of the Boardwalk vanilla cone soap. So I really thought that would make sense. But this is not at all that candle, like at all. I had heard this compared to many other things. Other reviewers have compared it to the funnel cake wallflower. I think Tina Delicious made that comparison. I don't really get that. Other people have compared it to the berry pumpkin strudel. Okay, forgot to get my comparison candles out before I started. So yeah, the berry pumpkin strudel, which was a fall candle last year. And I can kind of see that. I don't think it's the same formula though. I don't really think it's a tweak. I just think they're kind of similar because they're both like berry bakery scents. And this does smell like a fall candle. I actually had it sent to my parents' house because I hadn't changed my address on Mercari yet, and at my old apartment, UPS could not find where I live, so I got all my packages there. So my mom was there when I opened it, and she smelled it, and the first thing out of her mouth was, "This smells like a fall candle." And yeah, it definitely does. Which is okay. You know, I'm not a person that will only burn seasonal candles during that season. The other day I whipped out pumpkin spice cheesecake because I was just in the mood for it. But yeah, you know, you wouldn't peg this as a spring or summer candle, that's for sure. But it's not really the same as this. This is definitely more spicy. And it doesn't have like the crust note that the berry waffle cone does, but okay, I could see that. However, what most people are comparing this to, and what I agree, I think it's a redo of, is the warm apple pie, which I just have the little wallflower tester, but it was like a red candle from the core collection last summer. And that smells a lot like the berry vanilla, or berry waffle cone candle. My first thought when I opened it up and smelled it was that it smells a lot like when my mom makes berry apple crisp. She'll make like a classic apple crisp and throw some berries in there, like blackberries, raspberries. And that's very similar to the vibe of the berry waffle cone because it smells a lot like warm apple pie. I think berry waffle cone's a bad name for this candle. I don't really smell any vanilla in there at all. It's more bakery and fruit, a little bit of cinnamon. And so, yeah, I would compare it to the warm apple pie candle. But as you guys know, if you've been watching my videos, I struggled with this candle a lot. Oh, I think I have a package right now. Hang on. Man, I got all excited because I ordered a package from Sephora the other day and I thought maybe that was it, but it was not. It was no one. Man, as like a single gal living alone, I don't answer my door unless I know who it is. So every time there's a knock on the door, I kind of freak out a little bit like, oh my God, do I answer it? But yeah, nobody was there. Anyway, this review has all kinds of interruptions now. So, as I was saying, warm apple pie was not a great candle because it didn't throw. I loved the scent of this. It smells amazing and it smells really, really authentic. But I bought a whole bunch over the summer. I kept trying different batches because some people would say that theirs was great. And I just could not find one that threw more than like a 2, maybe, and that's being generous. So I just have this little unused wallflower tester in my wallflower tester candle in my collection just to kind of like hang on to and use for comparisons like this. But I never bought a lot of the 3-wicks because they were duds. Sometimes I think Bath & Body Works, maybe they listen to us. Because what they've done with berry waffle cone is they've taken the warm apple pie candle and I think that they've amped it up because this throws pretty well. It's not fantastic superstar 9 out of 10 or anything, but it's like very reasonable, maybe 7.5, you know, about 3/4 of the way there on throw. You could maybe even say 8 in a small room. And so I'm pretty happy with that because, you know, I really wanted warm apple pie to throw. This is a little different because they added a little berry. But you know what? I smelled the berry when I first got it on cold sniff and maybe on the first burn. But the more and more that I burn this, and I've burned it about 5 times now. I know I haven't burned it down that far, but I just kind of wanted to really get the review out there. So if you're wondering how this will continue to burn, check out my Instagram at Candles and Music for a future empties report. But you know, now on like the 5th burn today, I'm not really getting a lot of fruit anymore. I'm definitely not getting berry, and maybe there's a little something that comes through as like apple, but it's more turned into just like a crusty, cinnamony kind of scent. In fact, last night and this morning I was thinking it smells a lot like Cinnamon Toast Crunch when it's burning now. So I think they've amped up the cinnamon, and that's probably why it's stronger. I don't necessarily think that they took the warm apple pie candle and added more oil to it, because that would cost them money, but I think that they added a little bit more cinnamon, and it's not like an intense spicy cinnamon like you would get with this one or a lot of their other fall candles. It's still a really sweet cinnamon and sugar type cinnamon, but I'm getting more of that, and that's probably one reason why it's stronger. But I will say that the berry has gone down. The fruit or apple has gone down in general the more I burn it. But now it's still just a really nice, like crusty, crispy. Think of like an apple crisp, like the cinnamon sugar crumble on top. It's kind of what this smells like. It's nice. It's fallish, but it's nice. And so this, yeah, about a 7.5 on strength, 7 or so on throw. It's doing okay. It's not like going into multiple rooms, but it's filling the room that it's in generally. So, you know, much better than warm apple pie, but I do feel like this is a take on that. That's the closest comparison that I can come up with. And I think I agree with Sean. That's what he said too. So, yeah, I don't know if there's anything else I can say about it. I don't know actually when it will be out nationwide, if it will be out for semi-annual sale. Maybe. I'm hoping so, since it's on the website now and more people are starting to find this in their stores all over the nation. So I don't know what the heck was wrong with my white barn, but I will get more of these. I will, and I'll probably save some and burn them in the fall. But I do like it, so hopefully you guys like it too. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And again, stay tuned for semi-annual sale haul video, and then who knows what will happen after that. And pretty soon we will be into fall candles. So I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.